Miss Ariel here, and you clicked on If I Ran for President. And this is by Catherine Stier and illustrated by Lynne Avril. It would be great to run for the President of the United States. If I ran for president, I would hope the people of the United States would choose me for a very important job, the job of leading our country. And I'd hope to follow in the footsteps of past presidents such as George Washington, our first president, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. I would have to think very carefully about my decision to run for president. I would want to know how my family felt about it too. Then I'd ask myself, am I the best person for the job? Am I ready to work very, very, very hard for my country? Do lots of people believe in me? And will they help me run for office? Those are a lot of questions. If I could answer yes to all of those questions, then I'd declare my candidacy. That means I would announce I was interested in the job of President of the United States. If I ran for president, I would run a campaign to let voters learn all about me. People who thought I would be a good president and would donate money or time to help. I would hire people to work on my campaign too. Look at all the people working. Campaigns can make a candidate famous. Soon my name or face would appear on signs, buttons, bumper stickers, and t-shirts. I would even star in television commercials. Oh my goodness. If I ran for president, I would work with my political party. That's a group of people who share the same beliefs about how the country should be governed. They support candidates who uphold those ideas. The two major parties are the Democratic Party, their symbol is a donkey, and the Republican Party, their symbol is an elephant. There are other parties too called third parties, but people besides me want to be president. The Republican and the Democratic parties must choose whom they'll support in the election. In some states like Iowa, the parties each hold meetings called caucuses, where members pick their favorite candidate. In most states, party members hold an election called a primary. Caucuses and primaries show which candidates are popular with voters and who might have the best chance of being elected president. The first primary is held in New Hampshire in the winter before the presidential election. I'd be sure to visit there, but I'll have to bundle up. In the summer before the election, the political parties announce their candidate for president. The major parties make this announcement at meetings called conventions. Each state sends delegates to the convention. Delegates vote for the candidate who was most popular in their state. A convention looks like a big celebration, full of cheering and chanting, balloons, and confetti. Millions of Americans watch the excitement on TV. By the time of the convention, everyone usually knows which candidate will be chosen, but the delegates still hold a vote. If my party chose me to run for president, I'd make a speech to get everyone excited about helping me win. I'd tell the American people about my platform, my plans and ideas for our country. My running mate would make a speech too. That's the person who would be my vice president if I became president. If I ran for president, I would be invited to debate with other presidential candidates. A person called a moderator would ask us questions. People across the country would listen carefully to our answers. Oh, look at everybody listening. Reporters would ask me questions too about my life, my family, even my kitten Sassy. They'd print old photographs of me in newspapers and magazines, like the snapshot of me in my superhero costume, or my baby picture when I still wore diapers. Uh-oh. If I ran for president, I would travel the country to meet lots of people. I'd have my own campaign bus or airplane to take me from place to place. Inside, there'd be comfy seats, perfect for checking out the news, writing speeches, and thinking about how to solve the nation's problems. I'd take naps too. I'd need the extra rest. I'd work hard and be very busy. All in one week, I might share cereal with kindergartens in California, crunch corn with farmers in Kansas, and have dinner in Delaware, where I ordered the Blue Plate Special with apple pie and a large strawberry milkshake. After all that food, I might not feel too well. Still, I'd have to smile and talk with people I meet. Presidential candidates make lots of speeches, shake hands, and cuddle babies. And finally, in November, Election Day would arrive. If I ran for president, I would be nervous and excited. On Election Day, millions of voters from across the country go to their polling places to cast their ballot. That's another way to say they voted. Look at all those people. In our country, people vote in private. No one but you knows how you voted, but I know I'd choose my favorite candidate, me. And once the voting is finished, officials count up the ballots. Then comes the announcement on television, radio, in the newspapers, and on the internet. People everywhere find out who will be their next president of the United States. I'd stay up late and keep my fingers crossed. If I ran for president and lost, the people who worked so hard on my campaign would be disappointed. I'd be disappointed too. Still, I would be proud that I had taken part in a free and fair election. I would make a telephone call to offer my best wishes and my support to the winner, our next president. But if I won, wow! On January 20th, I would say the words of the oath of office and be sworn in as president. On that day, my inauguration day, there would be a parade and a fancy ball. I would move into the White House in Washington, D.C. to begin my 4-year term as the President of the United States. Wowee. And what would I do when I became president? Well, that's another story. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and I hope that you click around and see what else you can find.